here. What is good, my people, and welcome to Straight Up Tennessee, man. It's your boy Ruck, man. You already know I'm joined by my man Austin, aka Mr. Turner, aka Turn Dog, aka AK Turner, whatever you want to call him. Man, look, y'all, I got some energy today because it's Pitt week, and we've talked about Pittsburgh. We've talked about Pittsburgh since we lost to them last year. And I think the boys got a little bit of revenge on their backs. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like this is the week that we've been waiting for a long time. Other than Florida game, which we can talk Florida towards, whatever. But Pittsburgh has been the game that I have had circled on this calendar since we lost to them last year. The way we lost to them last year with Joe going down, Hendon stepping in, really cold. Knew he wasn't ready to play. Like everybody could feel that. But still, we lose by 6 to a first-round draft pick and Jordan Addison, who won the Belinkatoff, or however you say that award, the wide receiver award. But, excuse me, wow, we lost that game. And this year we can't. So, but, man, we're going to dive into all that. Turn, what's up, baby? How's today been, my boy?
Hey, Labor Day, dog. We just been hanging out at the house.
Chilling. I'm on vacation, boy. I'm at the beach down here having a good old time with the family. Man, I'm excited. I'm really excited for this weekend. Like, I'm glad I'm at the beach this week too, so I don't have to sit at home and be like locked in on like, man, is it Saturday yet? Is it Saturday yet? Is it Saturday yet?
Your week's gonna fly by. My week's gonna go by slow.
I know, bro. I know, man. But I can't wait, bro. This game, man. Like, I really am excited for it, and I knew I would be, but I'm more excited now, especially after week one, seeing everything that kind of panned out and what came to be of week one. Tennessee takes care of business against Ball State. Pittsburgh, I guess you could say they take care of business against West Virginia, but man, was that an ugly game. I'm not sure that Pittsburgh is the number 17 team in the nation. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think they are.
So let's just dive straight in real quick, man. So when we talk about Pittsburgh, we're talking about a Pat Narduzzi coach team that lets you know when you say Pat Narduzzi, that there means defensive-minded team. They returned all 7 starters in their front 7 from last year's team. When I say all 7, they got everybody back. Their O-line returns I think they returned 3 or 4 guys up front. They are a veteran O-line. A lot of people compare Pitt's front 7 on defense and their offensive line to an SEC caliber line.
Mm-hmm.
We will see. I think last year, man, in year 1 of the Josh Heupel era here at Tennessee, was Pitt good? Yes, I cannot take it away from Pitt. You know what I'm saying? But in year 1, game 2, we only lose by 6 points to a team that lost 3 games last year. I don't know, man. It's year 2, Heupel. I really just feel like we've got a little something extra on them. But again, like I said, they returned 7 on defense, returned a lot on their offensive line. They actually, and we'll talk a little bit more about their transfers, but they did have a guy transfer in from USC, Keaton Slovis, quarterback. He actually threw footballs to Brew McCoy his freshman year at USC, which is interesting to me because I don't even want to talk about him because he's terrible. In my opinion, Keaton Slovis is not very good. He's okay, but he is no Kenny Pickett. Here's my thing about Pitt. And if I had to worry about anything from Pittsburgh, it's the fact that they are such a veteran team. Defensively, that group's played together for a long time. Offensively, that group, other than their quarterback, they had a transfer in at running back. I don't know. All I know is that I truly believe this, and I'm saying this at the top of the podcast today. So y'all listen up now, okay? Listen. If Tennessee comes out and smacks Pitt in the mouth from the first play, like letting them know we here, there's no reason Tennessee doesn't win by at least 2 scores. There's no reason because we're going to score points. Their secondary is just not good. They returned 3 guys from last year. we can talk about the pick six from last week with West Virginia. The, the ball went straight through the receiver's hands.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a great effort by the DB. I mean, now when he caught the ball and took it to the crib, I was like, okay, he need to play receiver. He don't need to play corner. But so I mean, that's just a little summary of Pitt. I mean, they won last week 38-31, beat West Virginia in the backyard brawl. Yeah,
Well, he's
I
got some
mean,
background. Pitt's coach. He's got some background against Heupel too. Even when Heupel was at UCF, played him twice at UCF. So I mean, he
didn't
knows
they
the whole
split
hop.
that?
They split that, yeah.
Yeah,
UCF won big, 45-14 one year, and then I think the next year, Pitt. It was a really close game, but Pitt pulled it out.
gotcha. So, and we talk personnel, we talk transfers, who they got back. I mean, I said they got the transfer Keaton Slovis from USC. They've got a guy, man. Let's talk key playmakers right now for Pittsburgh. I mean, Deslin Alexander, he's a man among men. Big guy in the middle, number 8, defensive tackle, gigantic. However, he did get injured last week.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that looks like for Pittsburgh. Um, you know, I think also offensively, they've got a running back in Hammond Jr., who is also a monster, but he also was injured last week.
He also got hurt, yeah.
And so you look at that and you're like, well, what's going to happen with these two guys if they play or if they do not play? I personally believe they're the two biggest playmakers that Pittsburgh has. I mean, I don't know what you think, Turn, but what's up?
No, I agree with you. I had it in my notes, but I can't think of the guy's name, and I couldn't. It was a weird name. I couldn't announce it if I
Oh, number
if I
2.
tried. He had 2 sacks on us last year.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
I had it in here, but I lost it. But I don't know, man. I think like you said, if we come out and we hit them in the mouth early, there's no reason we don't win by 2 scores. I mean, I'm looking at the box score from last week with West Virginia. I mean, they gave up. Pitt gave up 190 yards on the ground to West Virginia, and I mean, West Virginia had more yards than Pitt did. But I will say, this is what might bite us, possibly. But we got more depth this year, so Pitt's time possession last week was 32 minutes. It's a lot. We're probably going to be 10-12.
Yep. We got to have scores in our
Yeah,
10 to 12 minutes. We
yeah,
need to hold the ball for a quarter at least.
yeah.
But I get it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know necessarily what to think personnel wise with Pittsburgh, other than it looks a lot like the team from last year. And it also doesn't look a lot like the team from last year. So,
I mean, they gave up. Pitt's O-line gave up 5 sacks and 2 hurries last week. I mean, and we seen it. I mean, if you watch the game, Slovis under pressure, he tanks.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, under pressure, he's not as athletic as Kenny Pickett. He can get out of the pocket and make a little scamper, but I don't personally think it's anything that we will see all year. It's not Jaden Daniels from LSU. It's not Anthony Richardson. You know what I'm saying? So um
well, and if
I
you look
do
back at the game last year, Kenny Pickett's the one who killed us. I
yeah,
mean, I don't have the stats on him, but I loved her. I can't remember how many yards he rushed for last year.
a
I
lot.
mean, especially on third downs. I mean, every third down, he's rolling out of the pocket, first down.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think it is going to be important, man. I think when we talk Pittsburgh, man, and we actually get into the facts, this is a winnable game for Tennessee. This is a must-win game for Josh Heupel, because I feel like you look at Florida, and I get it, y'all. I get it. Some people gonna hate me for saying this. I get it, but you look at Florida, and they have in Billy Napier's first game, they beat a top 10 ranked team in the country. Now I know y'all gonna be like, "Oh, it was Utah. Utah ain't this. Utah ain't that." Cam Rising is a boy.
He's a dog.
That boy is a boy. Okay. So anybody that's on here talking about Utah ain't this, Utah ain't that, give me Cam Rising. You hear me? Give me that.
Yeah.
Give me that running back core. Give me the defensive line. Utah was good. I felt like because of the environment and where they were, and from a couple of bursts, all you need is a couple good plays to beat a team like Utah, who on paper is better than you. But come on, y'all, let's be real. It's the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
The SEC. I knew deep down in my soul, I was like, somehow Florida's gonna win this dang game. Like I just knew it. Like even looking at the flow of the game, looking at quarterback play, Anthony Richardson only threw for 168 yards, y'all, but he still made enough plays to make sure that they got the dub. And they did. And so, you know, I say that to say when I look at this Tennessee game, there's no reason why Tennessee doesn't handle Pittsburgh, man. I think Tennessee should handle Pittsburgh. I think Tennessee has the opportunity, and Josh Heupel needs this game to say that he can win the big ones.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Absolutely. And I go ahead.
I just don't know what it does. And you're not hearing this from my vocabulary because I just don't think there's any way we lose this game just simply based off facts and paper and numbers and who's better. But I don't know, man. Josh Heupel cannot lose this game. Or I just think, not me, but when you talk about 101,495 fans who fill Neyland Stadium every week, who give hundreds of thousands of dollars, they're going to be like, he's not the guy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude,
Mm-hmm.
y'all got to chill out. Now, however, we should not lose this game. But yeah, go ahead, bro.
No, I don't think there's no way we should lose this game. Like you said, I don't think Pitt. They might be a top 25, but they're 23, 24. I mean, they barely squeezed by West Virginia. I'm not saying West Virginia is a bad team, but I I think we should come in there and take care of business. I mean, I think you see. I mean, put Ball State behind. I mean, Ball State was a glorified scrimmage, is what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, we ran 4 plays offensively. I mean, I think you're gonna know what this year is gonna look like after this Pitt game.
Yeah.
Because I think you're gonna see a completely different Tennessee team.
Yeah. We are. We're going to 100%.
Not
I think we're
night and
gonna.
day difference. Play calling, defense, everything. You're
Yeah.
gonna have a lot. I think you're gonna have a lot more people set in stone.
Yeah. I think we're gonna know from every area, special teams, offense, defense, who's gonna be our dudes this year, man. So, um, enough of I guess the scouting report of who Pittsburgh is, man. But I kind of want to just dive into the press conference today that Josh Heupel had. He met with the media today around, I guess it was 12:15 Eastern. Um, and in Josh Heupel fashion, man, I love the way he talks to them. Like he talks to those dudes like one that he talks to them like he's a professional, but it's like when a professional is talking to his friends. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
I love I feel like the media has gotten better with questions and knowing how to talk to Coach Heupel. I think last year they were asking him stuff, and now they've realized like just say it, say what you want to ask, and he's gonna answer it if he wants to or if he's not. And so
Mm-hmm.
um, felt like it was good. There are a lot of good things said. I think the thing that I walked away with from the press conference is the fact that there's just something a little extra on this game.
Yeah.
I mean, you told me something earlier, man. What was that stat? Tennessee versus Pittsburgh, and like in its entirety.
Pitt against Tennessee's 3-0. Pitt Tennessee's never beat Pitt. I
Never
mean, it's
in the
just
history of Tennessee playing
no.
Pittsburgh.
They've played 3 times, never won.
See, that's the thing that I'm like, this is the time, man. And
Mm-hmm.
one thing that was on the press conference today, they were just talking through, just somebody I can't remember who asked the question. I don't. I feel like it was Ben McKee talking about Pitt. He's in, and Heupel just responded basically talking about, they're gonna play. They're gonna play tough. They're gonna play physical. But what I heard Josh Heupel say towards the end of his comment, he said, "We got to line up and smash them." And I've never heard him say that like externally to the
Yeah.
media or to anybody. And that there
Hmm.
let me know, one, these dudes are ready to just go out there and be tougher than Pittsburgh. And two, that all they want to fight. Like it's gonna be a fight. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Hmm. And I mean, we've said about 20 times, we just got to come out there and hit them in the face. And you've said even before the Ball State game, like you want to see some dogs out there.
Yeah.
Like you just want to see us go out there and like be a dog, like be mean, like be like you take the first punch.
I told you this earlier, man. And if anybody that watches this and listens to the podcast knows me, I am a let's go hit them in the mouth on defense first. This is a game that I truly think if we win the toss, we go score first. Because I think if we can put some pressure on them, let's the fact of the matter is Pitt's offense is okay at best. It's not terrible, but I mean, gosh, you get us out there. Let's say we score in 3 or 4 plays, man. We got that whole stadium shook. So I think we get the ball and we go score if we can. I know that's probably not what will happen, but who knows?
Hey, that's what I want. I said every game this year we should get ball. I mean, that's all. That's all me. I say we get ball, score first.
Yeah, yeah. So when we look at the X's and O's, man, like what does Tennessee have to do to be successful in your eyes?
Offensively, I think we gotta be able to have a run game.
Yeah,
And offensively, I think we got to be able to run the football. And if we can run the football, we'll be able to throw it all over the place on them. But I don't think it can be one sided. Like I don't think we're. I don't. I think we got to be pretty even. Like we got to be able to run the football and we got to be able to throw the football. I don't think we can just run the football the whole game. I don't think we can just throw it the whole game. Offensively, defensively, I defensive line. I know our secondaries like up in the air, kind of, I guess. And but I think secondary will be fine. I just think
yeah.
our if we can get pressure on the defensive line, our inside guys. I'm really not worried about Barron or the other. I can't think of his name. Golly,
Byron Young.
Byron Young, but the two inside guys. Big O's got to come to play.
Yeah. That's a game for my dude Omari Thomas to go
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when I look at that, I'm like, I think we got to stretch the field this week. I think
Hmm.
I know, man. I said this, bro. I feel like we ran about 6 plays last week.
Yeah, we
We
did.
finna open. We finna open that thing up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I saw. Oh, one thing they said in the press conference, bro. They said tight ends were only targeted once last week.
Yeah, ain't that crazy?
Once. That brother Chris Fant dropped the ball and they said, "Forget y'all, bro." So I wanna I how do I say this? I'm interested to see how they factor in this week's game because last year Jacob
Hmm.
Warren catches multiple seams wide open on Pitt.
Hmm.
So I'm wondering if it's another one of those things where, hey, we're going to see a little bit of that. So I think, though, for us to be successful, we got to stretch the field. And I agree with you, bro. We got to be able to run the football. Jabari's different right now, bro. Jabari is just like running
Hmm.
like he running like somebody chasing him with a gun. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody chasing that man down. He's like
Yeah,
breaking them off, bro. And
he's a
Jalen Wright,
different.
man, I was so impressed with Jalen last week, dude.
His quickness is crazy. So is Jabari's.
Yeah, I think with Jalen, what I would love to see more of, and it's not that he doesn't do it, but it's the fact that if he does, if Jalen would hit the hole as fast as he does once he gets past the line, bruh, he will truck every person that's in front of him.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So I'm excited for that. I think we got to be able to stretch the field and run the football. I like the quick screens. I mean, gosh, last year Jimmy Callaway caught a quick screen for 50. You know what I mean? So Pitt's gonna give us cover. Pitt is gonna give us cushion because let's just say it, man. Pitt secondary ain't it, bro. They ain't
Well, we're
it.
gonna see it. I can't remember what I was reading an article earlier. We're gonna see a lot of man. They're gonna play a lot of man, and
Press man
I think we can beat that press man with Brew McCoy and Tillman
said
on the outside. I mean,
game over, bro.
you
Shout out
got
to my
two.
cousin, bro. Shout out to my cousin Will Johnson. He hit me up about that today. He said, bro, with Pitt trying to play us press man. Last year, think about it. How many overthrows did Joe have in the first quarter?
Absolutely.
Press man and everybody running wide open.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm like, if they do this again, we're gonna get the same result, but we're gonna actually be accurate and hit the balls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
so I think that's gonna be fantastic and something to look out for because I really think that if it does happen the way we think it will,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna have to play cover three and we just gonna run the ball down the throat.
Yeah, absolutely.
So go ahead and drop 7, drop 8, and we're gonna let Jabari and Jalen go to work.
Go to work. Go to work. Yeah.
So
And I
and
think
then
that I think that's a good possibility. What you said. I think we win those 1-on-ones early. They're gonna have to change something, and when they
yeah,
change something, that's gonna open up the run game tremendously.
I'm telling you, bro. We hit a couple of big boys on them, deep balls. It's over, bro. Like I'm telling you, bro. I think if Tennessee gets up 14, this Pitt team is not good enough to come back from that.
Well, no, but we talked about it before Ball State. Our defense ain't got to be the best defense in the SEC this year. We
No.
just got to be an okay defense. That's all we got to
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
because we know our offense is going to score.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
the best assurance ever, bro.
what I think I can't remember if we mentioned this in the pod or not, but I know we talked about it. When's the last time we knew who the starting quarterback was going into the season?
It was a 2015 season when Dobbs started, and he came back in 2016.
Yeah, I mean,
So
6
it's been
years.
literally 6 years, bro. Yeah, 6 years.
6 years. I mean,
6 years.
that's crazy to think about.
It is. That's wild to think about, bro. But I also like that, man. And Hendon, Tillman, Brew, Walker Merrill, Jalen Hyatt, Jimmy Holiday.
Hey, Jimmy
These
Holiday,
dudes, Jimmy Holiday impressed me last week, bro.
he got high praise in the press conference from Hopple.
So here's what I'm gonna say, bro. If them dudes can, if and hey, and I'm gonna say this too, bro. Ramel Keaton. We talk about Ramel Keaton all offseason, you and I, like off the podcast. Like,
Mm-hmm.
dude, he a senior, bro. He got to step up, man. Ramel Keaton's slow. Ramel Keaton this. Ramel Keaton, I understand it was Ball State. I'm ready to see what he do this week. But man, he looked like he gonna play a huge role in those. I mean, those 2nd and 8s, 3rd and 10, because he's long and lanky. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, he played out,
he made a hell of a catch last week across the middle where he had to
took a
jump over
hit,
2 dudes. Yeah,
kept going.
yeah, man. So I mean, I'm just excited, man. But Tennessee being successful, I'm trying to get back to that and just wrap this whole point up. Defensively, man, for me, Josh Heupel said something today about Jawan Mitchell being healthy enough to play for us, and I'm just not sure. You know, there's a
On
couple rumors floating around. One was Jawan Mitchell was serving a suspension from something he did in the offseason. So he sat one game. The other rumor is that he's actually hurt and didn't play game one. Now, is that true? We don't know. However, I need some Jawan Mitchell, bro. I think that this is a game he makes a difference. And I think for us to be very successful, bro, it's the front four. I don't care about linebackers. I don't care about Warren Burrell. Even if Warren Burrell is having an island game type thing, bro. That from Bryson Eason, Terry, Tyree West, BY, Tyler Brown, Joshua Joseph, who is a monster. Uh, these dudes have to get to the quarterback and affect him. And when I say affect him, I'm not talking about a quarterback hurry. We need sacks this week, bro. I told you this, and I truly believe this, bro. If we don't have 2 sacks, we ain't winning.
Yeah, and I think personal opinion here, I think Pitt is going to come. I think they're going to come out and be pretty run heavy, in my opinion. I think they're going to be
Yeah,
run. I think they're going to be run heavy, and I think they're going to try to eat clock and just try to drive it down our throats.
yeah.
And I think that's
I
where
agree
our
with you.
our front seven's got to step up.
Yeah, I agree with you, bro, because I really do believe that that's what they built this team off of. They got a lot of dudes that can run the football, and they want to be tougher than us. And again, it goes back to what I've said. I got to see this team be tough, be some dogs, knock some
Mm-hmm.
people out, hit them in the mouth, man. That's what we got to do to be successful. So, um, what? Let me ask you this: what can't Tennessee do if they expect to win?
I think we got to hold them under 120 yards rushing. I mean, if not under 100, 120 is kind of pushing it, but I think we need to hold them at least under 120 yards rushing, in my opinion. And offensively, can't turn the ball over.
Facts.
And I think we got to create turnovers on defense because we know if we get pressure on him, he's going to throw it up sometimes, and we gotta be able to make a play on those plays.
I agree with you, man. I
We
agree with
gotta
you.
we gotta win the turnover battle.
I agree with you. I think for me, bro, what we cannot do, we cannot lose third down on both sides of the football.
Right.
Like defensively, I don't care if it's 3rd and 1. We can't lose. We can't
Mm-mm.
lose 3rd and 1. We can't lose 3rd and long. Oh my gosh! And offensively, we gotta execute on 3rd down, 3rd and short, punch them in the mouth. 3rd and 10, catch the football. Like 3rd down, I feel like is the biggest thing this week because there's going to be a lot of opportunities on 3rd down. So
And we've talked about it too. I mean, Tennessee football, we got a pretty veteran offensive line this year. We should. I don't care. I don't care if it's. I mean, Georgia looked good. Don't get me wrong.
I don't even want to talk about that.
Yeah, but I think against Pitt, we should be able to line up and get 2 yards every
I
time.
agree with you.
I mean, there's no ifs, ands, buts about it. There's no way we should not be able to line up. I don't care if they returned all 7 and they're all Americans. SEC football is different. I don't care what you say, you know,
Thanks.
but we should be able to line up on those 3rd and shorts and get that first down. And we didn't do that much last year.
Yeah, I agree with you, bro. Oh man, as we start to wrap up the show, wrap up the pod today, man, there's a couple more things we'll go through, but don't forget, y'all, man, like, subscribe, comment, follow the channel. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you never miss a video. Again, man, as we continue to grow the channel and we get more subscribers, man, we're gonna start going live on some nights, man. Go ahead and just be getting in, commenting, man, liking it, man. We really, really love doing this regardless of if y'all are watching or not. We some two cats from Tennessee who love straight up Tennessee, bro. Everything Tennessee. So that's exactly why the title is Straight Up Tennessee, man, because we'll talk everything Tennessee from baseball to football to basketball, soccer, golf, Tennessee Titans, Memphis Grizzlies. That's still Tennessee, NBA, you know. It's just what we do, man. We love Tennessee. So go ahead, subscribe, man, if you're watching, like the video, turn on the
Share
bell
it.
notification. Yeah, share
Share
it
it.
out, man. Copy the link, throw it on your Instagram, whatever you got to do, man. Share this thing out because it's a community, man. It's a straight up Tennessee family. So, but Turner, man, as we turn the corner, man, and we get into this final push as we end this Pitt week kind of scouting report vibe. Who is Pitt? is what we call it is who is, and then that next name.
Mm-hmm.
I got really three questions left for you, man. Number one is this: who has to be the best player on Tennessee's offense and defense for us to carry out this win this weekend?
Hendon Hooker. I mean, Hendon Hooker don't have a good game. Tennessee's offense doesn't have a good game. I don't care who you are. Jabari Small could rush for 200 yards. Hendon Hooker throws 3 picks and throws for 100 yards. We ain't winning that football game.
Yep.
He's got to be efficient and run and be able to. And we seen it last week. He knows the offense, and he's going to run it efficiently. I think Hendon Hooker needs to have a good game. Defensively, either BY or Tyler Barron, in my opinion, them dudes got to get pressure, and they should get pressure. There's no reason they shouldn't get pressure.
I mean, agree with you.
It's like you said, if we don't get at least 2 sacks, not hurry ups, 2 sacks this game, I don't think we win this football game. I agree with you on that.
Yeah. When I look at it, and I really am trying to be factual and not trying to say my favorites. I think this is a breakout and an opportunity offensively. And it's I know I said one player, but I'm going to say 2. This is an opportunity for Jabari Small to put his name in the conversation for the best running back in the SEC. Jabari Small has an opportunity to make some noise this week. But I also think offensively, this is another opportunity for a cat to show the entire world that he's here to play, and that's Brew McCoy. I really think, bruh, with the one-on-one opportunities and how big and actually how fast he is, he's got some opportunities to make some plays on balls that Hendon's just going to throw up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's one of them things where Brew's going to burn a corner. But I think if it's one-on-one, I'm throwing it up. Like, go get it, Brew. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think Brew McCoy and Jabari Small offensively equally have an opportunity and need to be great. Because I'm not going to say said anymore. I might not even say Hendon anymore. Because we know what they're going to do. Cedric Tillman was shaded, double covered, triple covered at some possessions against Ball State and still had the most catches on the team. So it's like, Stead going to get his. So I'm not even worried about it. But Brew McCoy has an opportunity, and I'm excited for him, man. I really am excited for Brew. Defensively, man, for me, it's Warren Burrell, bro. I think that people see Warren Burrell on tape and they're like, this dude is a chump. And again, I always point Warren Burrell's game and his story back to Emmanuel Mosley. They are so similar, man. They are excellent open field tacklers. They're excellent in man-to-man. But when you get to a zone defense, it's like they can't remember what hand is what. And so I think Warren Burrell has to play flawlessly. He can't get picked on by these receivers who ain't even better than what he faces in practice. So that's my, I guess I could say 3, but if I had to pick, man, if I had to really pick one offensively, for me, it's definitely going to be Jabari. Yeah. I think Jabari Small has an opportunity, bro, to get him 100, 120, 150 piece this week and stamp his name and like, I'm here. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is kind of just fun, bro. I was thinking about this. It just came to my head. Like, what you think we're wearing this week? What kind of iciness we wearing, bro? Personally, I think we're wearing them orange breeches.
You think we are?
I think we're gonna wear the orange breeches, man.
I can see the stormtroopers too, though.
I love the stormtroopers, man. I mean, but see, I just don't know. I can see the orange breeches. I can see the traditional stormtroopers, which is what I technically want to see. I want to see the stormtroopers game 1 because last year we didn't wear them till like Missouri.
Yeah, shouldn't have worn them against Missouri.
I want to see the stormtroopers on PITT. Pull out that icy white, boy.
Hey, you know what I want to see? This is way off topic. I don't know if it got cleared or not, but hey, I've always said look good, play good. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And if Walker Merrill comes out there with that dark visor,
Oh, because it is a day, kind of a day game.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
I
Up
doubt
and
that. I
walking.
I doubt that happened, but
Facts, yeah.
it'd be sweet.
Yeah, I'd love to see the stormtroopers, but I think we're gonna wear orange breeches. I guess we'll find out Thursday. They always release that on a Thursday, so
Yeah.
we'll see. Man, final score, bro. What you got?
45-21.
Ooh, that's a good old Southern butt whooping.
45-21. I think we come in there and take care of business.
You know what, man? Here's what I think, and I'm gonna be as realistic as I possibly can. What do I think? I think Tennessee can come in and win by 2 or 3 scores. What's
Mm-hmm.
gonna happen? I think it's gonna be an opposite of what it was last year. I think Tennessee wins 41-34.
41-34.
41-34. And I don't think it's a nail biter type situation. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's one of those things that we get out on them. And it's kind of like a South Carolina where it's like, oh gosh, like they kind of fighting back, but we were just still a little too much. You know what I'm saying?
We're up 2 scores, and Pitt scores one last time real late in the
Yep,
game.
yep, yep, something like that. Yep. Um, that's what I think realistically. So I mark that down 41-34. But my wild score, bro, I think 38-17.
Ooh, okay.
I know it's a little low in points, but I think it's because, I mean, gosh, what's 38? That's still like what, 6 touchdowns. So
It all depends on how efficient our offense is and if
yeah,
we can stop their offense. Because if
yeah,
they're gonna try to hold the ball for a long time because they know we're
they
gonna
are.
score.
Yeah, they know it. They know it. So, well, bro, that wraps up this week, man. We got another couple episodes this week. I'm excited, man. I think this game is again. I think this game is huge for Josh Heupel. It's huge for Tennessee. It was so cool getting all those Tennessee Funds emails talking about the charter service and the busing and all of that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
man. Hopefully next year we can actually do that. That would be cool.
Yeah, yeah, that
To
would
go to
be.
some game. I don't know what game that would be. I mean, who do we play away next year? Like Alabama, Florida? Ooh, to the swamp? That could be dope.
Oh, I wonder who the SEC West team would be next year.
What year is it? It'll be an odd year. So I'm a I'm gonna say I think it could be Arkansas. It's either gonna be Arkansas or Mississippi State
Yeah,
for sure.
New AP poll comes out late tonight.
Excited to see it. Excited to see it, man. So um I don't even want to talk about where they're gonna put Florida, but whatever.
Indeed.
So oh man. Well, man, we love y'all. Thank y'all for watching Straight Up Tennessee. Thank you for listening, man. If you're listening right now, on your way to work, on your way home, or you just chilling at home, chilling at work, doing stuff you ain't supposed to be doing, but you listening to the right show. So, um, any final thoughts, bro?
Oh, I think we covered everything. Come out and take
All
care
I
of
got is
business.
facts. Come out, take care of business. Josh Heupel, man, just do you. I think this team got a different kind of fire under him for a game like this. This is a game it's not hard to get up for. It's not hard
Mm-mm.
to get up for a Pitt. It was hard to get up against a Ball State, even though it was game one. I know it's excitement, but just a game that 2:30 my time because I'm in the Central Time Zone. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna get off this thing tonight. I told Turner knows this about me. A bunch of the crew from my church wants to get together and watch the games on Saturday. Some great games. I mean, Alabama, Texas. I mean, there's some good games on. I'm not going over there when at 2:30. You hear me? When the Tennessee game come on, I cannot be in that house with a bunch of dudes that don't like Tennessee. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be sitting at my house on my big boy TV with my sound bar on blast, like I'm in Neyland. You hear me? And I'm gonna be turned up, and I'm gonna be calling my boy Turner, talking about what is happening, what we going. Oh, we on that. Oh, we on that. You know, we be talking crazy when that game come on. So basically what I'm telling y'all is we're gonna be locked in and we can't wait for the next day show. But we'll have another show out coming this week, man. So for my boy Turner, it's Ruck, man. Y'all have a blessed day. And always remember, it's straight up Tennessee, baby.
Yes,
Peace, y'all.
sir.